a term that's been going around a lot lately. We've seen what Black China has done to change herself over the years, and we just seen a lot of people what they do. The term is body dysmorphia. Now, AK, do you have the
Mhm.
definition of what that term is?
I do. Let me grab it up here real quick. So, body dysmorphia is also called BDD. It's a mental illness involving obsessive focus on a perceived flaw in your experience or in your appearance. The flaw may be minor or imagined, but the person may spend hours or days trying to fix it. The person may even try cosmetic procedures or exercise in excess.
Man. Now that is such a real thing, especially in 2023.
Yeah.
And me and you have talked about this a million times. There are some beautiful, there are some handsome people that from the outside, all of us think these people is bad as hell. They
Yeah.
are sexy as fuck, but they still, in their eyes, they don't see the beauty. They don't feel happy. Now, AK, I know you got a bit of a story about body dysmorphia, and I do as well. But I'd like you to start off.
Okay. So at a really, really young age, I can't even remember how young I was. I was just really suffering really bad with not thinking I was beautiful. I would look in the mirror and I would just be like, ugh. Like I was really just disgusted with the way I look. And I think it got worse as I got older. So a little bit of a story, like when I was younger, um, my body isn't like rightly proportioned. Okay. So when I was younger, before I had kids, I kind of had like a bigger butt and my frame was built differently. Like I had hips and stuff right now. So when I was kind of getting older, like Kim Kardashian was really huge, like the small waist, the big hips, stuff like that was coming out more and more. And after I had kids, I my hips were, I don't know, usually you're supposed to have hips after you have kids, right? But like I literally lost my hips, lost my butt. It's like everything, my body started shifting. So everything started pulling forward. So I started getting more thicker in the middle. I lost my butt. My legs like weren't growing any fat. So I was like really disproportioned. So I was suffering from body dysmorphia. I had eating disorders when I was younger. I really just didn't think I was beautiful. I never thought I was skinny enough. I just didn't think that my body was how it should be when I looked at other girls. You know what I mean?
So
And go ahead.
let me ask you this, then. That's a good point, man. Because I've talked to my mama bear about that before too, and she's a thicker girl, and yes, she is shapely and all that, but she said growing up, thickness really wasn't the thing back then. So she had body dysmorphia because back then they only wanted little pee-wee little mamas. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Right.
how we're in a world now where we go online and we see super thick. But I want to go back to something you just said. Um, did your and be totally transparent? Did your parents like tell you that you were pretty or whatever? Because I know, especially with women, that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that really it affected me a lot when I was younger. My dad did. I don't think that and I want to say this really quick because I know a lot of kids kind of go through stuff with their parents, and I understand that we do as humans and children as well kind of blame stuff on our parents, but I just want to say that my parents only knew what they were taught. You know what I mean? So it was really it wasn't their fault if they didn't like do everything right, because no parent ever does. Nobody's handed a handbook, and my parents
Right.
only knew what they were knew from the way that they were raised. So, it wasn't their fault. However, like they would jokingly make fun of my weight because my weight's always been a struggle my whole entire life. This is not something that just happened after I had children. Like I've always fluctuated my weight. So anyway, um my butt was a huge thing for me, right? And my stomach, because after I had kids, I had like sagging skin. My stomach was just sagging and it was horrible. And so I ended up I have a fat transfer in my butt. I did
Was
end
it
up doing that.
was it hard to find somebody? What year did you do this?
No, I did this in, my God, what is this? 23? Probably 16 maybe
Okay. Was
ish,
was it hard to
somewhere
find
around
somebody?
there.
Was it hard to find somebody to do that?
Um, no,
Okay.
no. So mine wasn't like implants. So what I did was I had liposuction in my stomach, in my upper back area, and then they transferred it into my butt. But
Okay.
previously, before that, I also had a tummy tuck and I had liposuction done. I've also had Botox. I've had my lips done. I've had more liposuction done. I've had quite a few cosmetic surgeries done
Okay.
because of my body dysmorphia.
Now, once you had these surgeries done,
Hmm.
and again, I'm gonna talk kind of my story after that, but
Yeah.
when you had these surgeries done, did you feel like it made you? Did you become more confident in yourself? Did it help change your belief for how you felt?
You know, you really think that it's going to, but I think it's only a temporary fix because the work that I had to do was really inside. You know, it was my own insecurities that really was just making it worse for me. So I don't think there could have been any amount of any type of plastic surgery I could have done until I actually did my own work of loving myself.
Okay, okay. Now, one thing though, I do want to say this because you're talking about getting surgeries, plastic surgery, different things.
Yeah.
When we grew up, because we the same age, we were growing up. People tried to clown people to do stuff like that, but now we're understanding that it's a thing. And if that's what because back in the day, if the only people that did it was Michael Jackson, people in
Right.
Hollywood, or that we knew about. People might have did it, but we didn't know anything about it. But
Right.
now, like, it's becoming way more common with everybody, man.
I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I think it's just it's a personal choice. Like, I'm very pro plastic surgery. Like, I feel like if you feel like there's something, because I feel like we all look in the mirror and kind of see something that we want to change about ourselves. Should it be that way? That's not for me to say personally. That's only for you or whoever to make on their personal level. For me, however, I know the type of person I am, and like I said, nothing was going to change the way I felt about myself until I did the work.